Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone. I hope you guys are all doing well. Welcome to another video by Najo Donuts, none other than your boy over here, you know what I mean? Doing the ting. And we've got a top 5 board games to play when you're at home. Halal board games, of course. Halal, just as a disclaimer, guys, you guys might be wondering, what do you mean halal board games? Are there haram board games? Yes, there are actually haram board games. Board games that involve little idols or anything like that, like things such as like chess. But chess can actually be played in a halal way if you have the chess pieces that don't have any sort of faces or anything like that on them, just as a disclaimer. Also, games that involve dice, because there are actually hadith that refer to dice being haram. It's a form of gambling and stuff like that, and there's like all kinds of like black magic, I think, that you can do with it and stuff like that. Apparently, not sure totally of that exactly, how deep that rabbit hole goes, but so anyways, we got, like I said, top 5 board games, halal edition, you know what I mean? Let's just get straight into it, guys. At the number 5 spot, we have got Battleship. This game here, guys, takes me way back to my childhood, man. Back in elementary school, we used to play this game a lot. And if you guys aren't familiar with it, basically you have to guess the other person's coordinates. And if you can guess the coordinates and if it's a hit, they put a little red tick mark on their little ship there. You've eliminated one part of the ship, and you lay down your ships all over the little map that you're given there. And so obviously the goal and the objective is to eventually take down all of your opponent's ships, and that is the person who wins. That game, like I said, guys, I absolutely loved it. Used to play it a lot as a kid. Yeah, if the power's out, that is definitely one of my go-tos for sure. And as befitting as it could be, at the number 4 spot, we have Connect 4. And Connect 4 is one of those games that also takes me way back to my childhood. One of the really fun versions of this game, actually, I've seen it at the beach, actually. There's a big set, and it's like a much larger set that you can play with much larger chips. That is fun. Another fun version of that is actually you can play it at places like I think they have it at like Dave and Buster's and like other like arcade places and stuff like that. Where actually there's a basketball version of Connect 4, which that is also really cool and really fun. At the number 3 spot, we have got dominoes. Now, dominoes are an extremely fun way of passing the time. If you've got enough domino pieces, I mean, that can take up the entire floor of your living room, you know what I mean? It's a super, super fun game. Classic Latino game, you know what I mean? Domino. ¿Quieres jugar domino? You know what I mean? Super, super fun game. You can't go wrong with it. It's pretty self-explanatory how to play it. Connect 4, I figured there wasn't really much of an explanation to give with that. So if you guys really need an in-depth tutorial of how to play Connect 4, you guys need a little bit of help. But I'm sorry. I'm kidding. Obviously, maybe there's people out there that, you know, legitimately have never played it. So obviously, you know, gotta connect 4, as the title says. You gotta get 4 in a row. For dominoes, like I said, classic Latino game, you know what I mean? Definitely just takes me way back to childhood, you know what I mean? And you gotta do it the Cuban way, though. I'm not Cuban, but you gotta do it the Cuban way, and you gotta slam down the domino pieces as you're putting them down, you know what I mean? At the number 2 spot, we have the classic Uno. Uno, obviously, you know, if you guys have played it before, as long as you guys aren't gambling or anything like that within it, it is fine. You just, you know, slap that Uno reverse card on everybody and, you know, piss some people off with the wild cards and make everybody draw 4 type of thing, you know what I mean? So, yeah. But Uno, all-time classic. So many versions of it, too. Yeah, like I said, you really can't go wrong with Uno, guys. Yeah. Anyways, now at the number 1 spot for board games, we have a newer one. Not necessarily a childhood classic, but I discovered this when I got older. I'm not sure how long it's been around. It seems like it's a fairly new game, but for me is my absolute favorite. It is a one-on-one game for sure. It is called Sling Puck. If you guys are not familiar with Sling Puck, let me get you familiar. So there's 2 bands on each side, okay? and you are literally just taking those little pucks and you are flinging them on the rubber band as fast as humanly possible, trying to get them to the other side. And the objective is basically to get all of your pucks to the other opponent's side, and that way they have all the pucks on their side. The one with the least amount of pucks on their side wins. If you're quick enough, you can get all of them to the other person's side and they can't do anything about it. But if eventually there's a stalemate, I guess, you'll just go whoever has less pucks on their side wins. But yeah, absolute 10 out of 10 game, guys. I would highly, highly recommend Sling Puck if you guys can get your hands on it. So yeah, that's been it for top 5 halal board games to play. Obviously if the power's out or anything like that. Even if the power's not out and you just want like one of those classic games where you can just, detach from technology and stuff like that, definitely check them out if you guys don't have them lying around in your house already. But in case you were curious, like I said, maybe you're a new Muslim or something like that, and you're like, oh man, I'm hearing all about, you're not supposed to play any games with dice, there goes my game of Monopoly or anything like that. You got some alternatives, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe down below, and I hope to see you all again soon, inshallah, in the next video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.